Hi guys, मैं हूं आयुषी and welcome to Law Digest. Now many of you are preparing for law entrance exams and people keep asking what is the one-fold strategy, what is the trick to prepare for such exams. So now let me tell you, there is no one particular strategy or a one particular straight jacket formula that can help you secure a seat in the exam. But there are, yes, certain pointers that I'd like to share with you that are important at this point of time for you to know, so that by the time your exam is there, you are well prepared. So let's start with this video. But before that, if you want to keep looking at such videos, or you're looking for videos for some conceptual clarity of important concepts or practicing certain questions, then you can subscribe to this channel and press the bell icon for such videos. So firstly, we will have a look at all the do's that we need to keep in mind. At the outset, सबसे पहले, the thing that you need to keep in mind is that you need to decode the previous year pattern, how the questions have been asked in the previous years. Whatever exam are you preparing for, whatever law entrance exam, be it DU, be it CLAT may, obviously there is a change of pattern, so the relevant question paper will be mostly of 2020, but then there are sample papers also for 2020. You can check those also. Then other exams like ALET, BHU, MHCET. So basically all the law entrance exams that take place, we are speaking of all those exams in this video. Now previous year pattern needs to be decoded for each exam. What you can do is you can prepare an Excel sheet for yourself. Even if it takes a certain amount of time, it takes 5 days, 10 days, but believe me, this is the most important step that you need to do. Just figure out that in every year what questions have been asked from what topics. So you will divide the sections: legal, English, reasoning, maths, GK, and you will also figure out the topics which are important in different years. Look at last 5-year papers and you will see कि कौन से questions important हैं and कौन से questions आपको जरूर जरूर करने की जरूरत है. Then next is prepare your own notes. Do prepare your own notes. There is nothing better than studying from your own notes, because when you will start to write down, you will actually write down relevant things and extra things will be filtered out from your brain as well as on that piece of paper. So having your proper study material with you in form of your notes is the most important part. Then next is daily targets. Set up daily targets for yourself, that today I'm going to do this, and there are certain things that need to be done on daily basis. For example, vocabulary is something that you should do every day, because this cannot be done in a 5-day period or a 10-day period. It takes time to build up vocabulary. So you can do the vocabulary portion daily. You can figure out that how many words you need to prepare every day. For example, you can take 5 words. What people generally do is they pick up words from newspapers, or what another thing that you can do is, there is a book by Norman Lewis called Word Power Made Easy. You can get that also, and you can form your own list for vocabulary from that as well. And if you're preparing for CLAT, what you can do is you can solve certain amount of passages from every section every day. So keep a target that whole day I'm going to study, and towards the end of it I'm going to do 5 questions from each section daily. Then next is mocks. So this is the stage which you will reach after a certain point of time, when you think that you have covered around 50 to 60% of the syllabus, and it is time to check whether what you've studied or not is properly done or not. Then you can pick up any mock test series and you can start giving those mocks to see where you actually stand and how your preparation is. Then obviously I would say that be true to yourself when you're speaking of daily targets here. So if you fixed up a target to complete the chapter of parliament in the constitution and somehow you're not able to do it, then जो भी carry forward है, the balance that is there, you need to do it the next day, or you need to figure out a day for yourself, so that towards the end of it you don't have this feeling that, oh, I tried so much, I worked so hard, but still I did not get a proper result. Many students, they have this problem. बहुत students ऐसा करते हैं कि they feel that they are working really hard but the result is not as per what they had expected. तब वही होता है that the students try to build an expectation in their mind. They are not able to judge whether they are studying properly, whether they are going properly in their schedule or not. So this part is very important, that you need to critically analyze yourself every day, and every day you need to see where you are lacking. So जब आप पूरा दिन पढ़ते हैं, after having your dinner or everything, you can just sit down and make a mental note, or even you can write down that, okay, where did I go wrong, or if I did practice some questions today, what were the areas that I faced difficulties in. It will help you get a lot of clarity as to how to go about the further preparation on the next day itself. Now let's come to the don'ts of these exams. Firstly, there are many students who say that हमें कितने घंटे पढ़ना चाहिए, what is the hours of study that we need to invest to be able to crack law entrances. Then let me tell you that there is no fixed hours of study that is there. It is all in your mind that अगर हम 10 घंटे पढ़ लेंगे 24 घंटे में से तो we will succeed. The relevant bit is that इसमें से कितना productive hours of study is what you have done. It may happen that जो चीज 5 घंटे में खत्म हो सकती थी, the thing that could be completed within 5 hours, you can complete in 1 hour only, provided that you are extremely focused and keep your level of concentration high. Now in this hour of study, you need to figure out whether you are a morning person or a night person. अगर आपको सुबह जल्दी पढ़ने की आदत है, if you feel fresh in the morning, then जो भी सुबह का time है, so if you wake up at 6, then 6 to 10, consider this 4-hour period as your golden time, and make this a point that 6 to 10 I am going to study very hard, and whatever daily target I have set for myself, I will complete it within this duration. इससे क्या होगा, when you will be productive in the morning for these 4 hours, you won't have regrets for the day. You will be able to chalk out your plan better. And obviously, if you're a night person, then after your dinner or whatever, you can keep a particular time slot where you feel your brain keeps very active, and you can study during that time and get up late in the morning. Then next is PDFs on Telegram is something that I totally discourage, because there are certain students who solely rely on such PDFs, but these PDFs do not contain relevant material. They are just something that is built up by a copy paste exercise, by copying things from here and there, and it is not even proper and complete. I know last year I saw this PDF on contract law, and in that PDF, what I actually saw was there were only definitions of different contracts that were given and offer and acceptance. That was the only thing that was there. But believe me, there is more to contract. There are remedies. There is frustration of contract. Then voidable contracts are there. Kinds of contracts are there. There's a lot to contract. So such PDFs are not a proper resource to study from. At the same time, if we are speaking of resource, another is don't solely rely on YouTube videos or self guides. Now, I myself post videos on YouTube. You must be wondering why I am making such a statement. But if you will see, it is not possible for any person to study everything on YouTube. On YouTube, what we discuss is the relevant or the most important part, or we try to teach you strategies or discuss certain important questions with you. But the whole syllabus that is there, it is too vast when we speak of law, and it cannot be covered on YouTube fully. So you cannot rely on YouTube videos, or you cannot just rely on self guides. All these self guides like Universal, Single, these are basically meant for basic understanding and mostly for practicing questions. They are not for your fundamental or conceptual clarity. So rather than relying on these resources, you can simply log on to the internet. If you want to study online only, you can log on to the internet. Pattern you have already decoded from here, so you know what are the important topics that are there, and you can chalk out your notes, your own notes from the internet. And in case you don't have that much of time and effort, I always say you can always opt for our study material available on our website www.lawdigest.in for your assistance, so that your time does not get wasted in compiling all the resources together. Then another most important don't is social media. Do avoid sitting on social media for long hours on WhatsApp, Telegram, Instagram. even though you're looking at law channels or you are speaking or talking about law only, but at the same time keep in mind that all this continuous chatting will not help you clear your fundamental concepts you can clear only by yourself. So do not spend long hours on social media, because what you will do is you will actually use and you will consider this time that you spend on social media in your hours of study. On a subconscious level it does happen with everyone, so do avoid social media. So these were the few pointers that I had to share with you. In case I have further more points that I come up with, I will surely make another video for the same. And if you have any further doubts or queries after watching this video, you can mention the same in the comment box below.